We begin with our code. All codes begins with hash include iostream using namespace std and int main. This is where the main coding is being done at. We begin with int sum. Int sum equals O. This initializes a sum to 0. Like it sums everything to this. Then we have the int number. It declares the input variable. So the int number declares the variable which if either it is 2, 4, 5, 7, any variable. Then now we count to the next step. We say read in integers from the user until a negative number is entered. So now the question, we are now about to start the main question. The first one was the variable, to declare the input variable and to initiate the sum to 0. So we can see out, enter a series of integers, enter a negative number to stop. This is our main program for today. We'll enter a series of numbers, and anytime we enter a negative number, the code or the program has to stop. So let's say if the numbers are 2, 5, 6, we input those numbers, and because it has no negative number, so it continues. But if it has a negative number, the code stops. It stops running. So now you can while through see in number, read in the integer. So let's say we input the integer or integers. If number is less than 0, break. That's if it is negative, the loop should stop. As it's written there. If it's negative, the loop stop the loop. If the sum is equal to the number, add it to the sum. So if it is greater than the number, you should add it to the sum. And now for the final lesson, for the final statement, print the sum of all the positive numbers. So see out, the sum of all positive numbers is, and now we end our code, or we end our program. So now we tend to run it to see whether what we've written is correct. I should give, for example, 256, 256, which is 2 plus 5 is giving us 7, 7 plus 6 is 13. So let's add a number like minus 1. So 256 minus 1, 13 minus 1 has to give us 12 arithmetically. But since the code we are running, it says enter a negative number to stop. So if it's a negative number, stop the loop. That's what it says. So even though arithmetically it has to be 12, it still gives us 13 because it ended at the value before the negative. You see, so it stopped at that side. Let me illustrate it for you guys to see. Run. Uh, so now they're telling us enter a series of integers, enter a negative number to stop. Like I said, we use 2, 6, 5 minus 1, and then we enter. It gave us 13. 2, 6, 5 minus 1 give us 13. This shows that what we've done is correct. It shows that, and this is an infinite loop. It runs forever unless something breaks it out. So these positive values, they run, it can continue until we add a negative one, a negative value. So basically, this is how to run a program. This is how to run a program that says enter a series of integers. And this is how I would like to tell you guys that this is a while loop. A while loop. For while loops, there is always something called the break, which gives another idea. Instead of using else, if else, we use the while to make it break. Then the while makes it much simpler and clearer. Thank you.